Good morning, everyone. Just thought I'd go live for a little bit. I was watching the news this morning, and it is so ridiculous. Trump's legal team, his White House attorney, Jay Sekulow, and his private attorney, Jay Sekulow, Alan Dershowitz, Ken Starr's right-hand man during the Clinton blowjob fiasco, and Pam Bundy, the bitch that decided in Florida to drop the charges on Trump for Trump University when the people of Florida was suing Trump University for fraud. Pam Bundy, the has-been Attorney General from Florida. Dershowitz says that even though he committed obstruction of justice to the obstruction of Congress and the other thing, those aren't crimes for the president to be impeached. He doesn't understand. And then they want witnesses. The Republicans are still hitting on Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, even Hillary Clinton. Now, I don't think those will fly because, first off, Chief Justice Roberts won't let it fly. You know what I'm saying? Because they have no relevance in this whole thing. It's all about black and white. Trump got on the call. He said, "By the way, can you do me a favor?" And he goes on about contact Bill Barr. They will tell you about Burisma and the server. Well, it shows how illiterate and uneducated Trump was. Because there was no server for Hillary's emails in the campaign. There was none. And that's what he's going after. Hillary's emails from the campaign. He's not talking about any other emails. The emails from Hillary during the campaign, the DNC emails. But the thing is, there was no server. They were on a cloud. You don't have servers anymore. You have clouds. There is like our pictures. Google, it's not on Google server. It's on a cloud that Google has. MSN main one, it's in a cloud. Even though it's a server, it's not a server, technically. And they keep talking about Burisma. Now, Russia does the most stupid-ass thing they could ever done. They hacked into Burisma last week. And the U.S. government has the proof that they hacked into it. That's the worst part. But for Alan Dershowitz to say, oh, it's not an impeachable offense, well, one way or another, Trump's going to be brought down. Because the district attorney in New York is going after him for a $50 million loan that he keeps floating around. He keeps floating this loan around for $50 million. The DA in New York, and then the SDNY, I'm looking at the news today on public television, NPR. And SDNY is this close to filing charges on Rudy for lobbying for the U.S. in the Ukraine without permission, for doing a covert operation to put the ambassador of the United States to Ukraine in danger. Rudy's got all this shit, but he won't give it to anyone. He's got all this shit. But like I look at it, Trump's been on Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, all this shit for aeons, right? It's a conspiracy theory he's got. Now he wants to use it in his trial for impeachment. Then we have Lev Parnas. Good old Lev. I love it. The guy's not that good looking, but look at his woman, man. I mean, blonde hair, blue eyes. A Ukraine beauty, man. You know, and poor Lev. At least he's got some love at home, you know. But poor Lev, he's hung everyone's ass out to dry. The president, Mike Pence, Pompeo, Mulvaney, Rudy, the president, Devin Nunes, which his mom is a cow farmer. Devin Nunes. And then Devin Nunes went to sue one of the other people from the Congress because he said that Devin Nunes needs to be investigated. Devin Nunes likes going around suing people. You know, he sued a Twitter feed that's actually called Devin Nunes' Mom's Cow. he sued that entity, but they don't know. He doesn't know who he's suing because he's suing the name Devin Nunes' Mom's Cow, the Twitter feed. He has no idea who it is. No one knows who it is. Just like I have a Twitter feed, and no one will ever know it. And you can look it up, and it's private. Kiss my ass, I'm always right. It's been there since 2008. Kiss my ass, it's always right. I got about 6,000 followers. And all my Trump shit goes on there. My tweets for Trump. But it's a private one. They're protected. You have to ask me to post something, a reply or something to it, so it's okay. It's going to have one of those little blue things on it. So, but it's ridiculous. I mean, I never thought in my 63 years I would see a president is so clueless and uneducated, and the Republican Party that I thought was so good, the party of Ronald Reagan, go down the tubes and become the cult party of Trump, the uneducated and clueless idiots of this country. Yes, it's now the cult party of Trump. You know, and the Republicans, they could, I mean, if this is a court of law, not an impeachment thing, Devin Nunes, Doug Collins, Kevin McCarthy, Louis Gohmert, Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan should be arrested in Ohio because he was an educator, and those guys went to him and said we were being molested. We were forced to give oral sex to the team doctor. We were bend over and stick it in our asses. And Jim Jordan, I don't want to hear about it. It's not I don't have no proof of that. Now these guys are in their, older years, and they're coming out saying Jim Jordan knew. The Ohio Attorney General needs to look at Jim Jordan real good and say, guess what, fucker? You're going to jail for being an accessory. You knew this happened, but you didn't say a word, and you were an educator. You need to go to jail. That's it. Boom. End of discussion. I mean, this whole thing is a joke with Trump. Trump knows he got caught. And then the worst part is, you look at the video when it first broke. China, if you're listening, why don't you investigate the Bidens too? China, North Korea, if you guys are listening, why don't you guys investigate the Bidens too? Boom. And the worst part is, Fox News came out with a poll today. It's got to piss the president off. It's got to piss him off. 71% of the people of this country, 71% of the people, not Republicans, Democrats, Independents, people, 70% of the people, 10,000 people surveyed, 71% of them want Trump impeached and removed from office. 71%. From East Coast, West Coast, North, South, Midwest. 10,000 people interviewed. Give or take 1% each way. Just like Trump posted a thing, he's at his approval rating is at 95%. I don't think so. It's at like 42%, and now it's at 41%, and I think it's going lower today. The new approval rating is going to come out by Quinnipiac poll. I think he's at like 40% approval rating. I mean, I don't know where he got that 95% at. The guy is delusional, you know. But now the state of New York is going after him, his kids. And you know what? The district attorney in New York can file charges on him, and the state of New York can file charges on him and walk his ass out the White House, because there is nothing in the U.S. Constitution that says the state cannot arrest Trump. It's a federal thing. And the letter that they're talking about was when Nixon was in office. That letter was written to Nixon saying, look, if you walk out the White House now, disappear, I'll go to the sunset to the West Coast, go to San Clemente and live your life out the way you should be, we will not prosecute you because you're a sitting president. And what we have to worry about is Mike Pence. If they do what they're going to do, prosecute him, all these things that he's going to prosecute on that are serious crimes are New York State crimes. That's why he doesn't want anyone to see his tax returns, because that $50 million has been floating for about, they estimate about 10 years. It's been floating. He's been showing it on the books and not showing it on the books, and showing it as a loss on the books, and they're not showing it on a lot. They think it's a fake $50 million, but they're not too sure because they can't get their hands on the certain documents from Deutsche Bank and Capital One. Now, Capital One is a U.S. bank, and they won't comply with an investigation by SDNY or the New York District Attorney's Office. So you tell me. Trump is a menace to society. He's a menace to the people of the United States. He is a threat to our national security. He's a threat to our economic security. He keeps talking about the stock market. Not too many people are privy to having stock. My stock was gotten when I went to work for AOL. AOL gave me a shitload of stock for free. Every time I had an interview, every 6 months, I got 500 shares. I mean, you worked there from 98 to 2001. You're going to get a lot of... And then it went to Time Warner, and then it went from Time Warner to Verizon. And Verizon had done a 2-for-1 split. So for every one share, I got 2 shares. That's how I got up to 8,000 some odd shares. And at $60.90, I sold it. And it hasn't gone back up to $60.90 in the last month. You know, I mean, Trump's done so much to our tax system. I posted my taxes. On $14,949, I paid $35.26 in taxes, federal taxes, Social Security, and Medicare taxes. Yeah, and that's the money that Social Security disability says I can make. $1,220 a month, tax-free, without being hampered for my Social Security disability. But I have to file a tax because it's a cash deal. But that's it. I want them to pay $3,526 taxes. But Trump says small businesses and the middle class would see tax breaks. I don't know anyone that's gotten a tax break from Trump. Don't know anyone. And like Ronald Reagan said, are you better off after 4 years? Are you better off after 4 years? You got to think about that. Because Trump has fucked everyone in this country so bad, it's unbelievable. He's used the emoluments clause to make money. Then he went on Fox News and says, oh, Saudis gave me $1 billion. It went into the bank account. Oh, guess what? The Treasury spokesman says they don't know where that money went to. They never got a $1 billion payment from the Saudis. So did that $1 billion go into Trump's bank account? That's something for the IRS and SDNY to look into. Where did that $1 billion go for us sending 3,500 troops to Saudi Arabia to protect our oil fields when we give them the best military equipment in the world? We sell it to them. But $1 billion went into a bank account, Trump said on Fox News, and no one knows where that $1 billion went to. Think about it. Did it go into his bank account? Yeah. Good possibility. Well, everyone have a good day. Do me a favor. I'm going to post my YouTube channel on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. Like me. I got to get 1,000 followers in order to be able to go live. Okay? I need 1,000 followers. Come on, guys. That's not too many. I have almost 5,000 friends on Facebook. If everyone just went on Facebook and just followed me and liked me, I'd be doing live YouTube videos. And I wouldn't have to do them on Facebook. My Trump rants. Everyone have a good day. Take care. Remember, be aware of your surroundings. Don't let yourself become a victim. Take care. Bye.